North Korea, meanwhile, has called on Japan to immediately cancel its plans to dump radioactive waste into the Pacific Ocean, saying it would be a crime against humanity and a, quote, nuclear disaster for the Korean Peninsula and the world. An article today in the state-run newspaper Nodong Shinmun said Japan is the only country that, quote, blindly discharges nuclear waste in a way that threatens its own people and other countries. The paper urged Japan to listen to the global community. Last month, the Greenpeace branch in Seoul reported that Japan is planning to discharge more than 1 million liters of radioactive water from the Fukushima nuclear plant, waste that's been accumulating since the massive quake and nuclear disaster in 2011.
All right, Shalom. This is Sahara 1 by Nyasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Harakar Kodash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders, and shalom to you, Akim, and Agwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Yeah, man, you see Japanese government are deciding to, are planning on dumping more waste into the Pacific Ocean. Now, a lot of the imports and exports of seafood go back and forth between America and Japan. All right. America being a supplier to Japan and also an importer from Japan. All right. With seafood. Or anybody that gets seafood from the Pacific Ocean is in danger of eating 85% radioactive seafood, all right, genetically modified. It's going to modify the genetics of these sea creatures, man. You know, so we're going to be people going to be eating Frankenstein foods. So it's just crazy because I was like, damn, man, these cats, you can see why the Lord going to put them in subjection, man, because they actually destroying the earth and they don't care. They dump. Because what they say, 100,000 or 80,000 liters. That's like billions of barrels into the water, and they call that filtering the water with filtered, diluted. But you can't dilute all that nuclear waste, man. Nuclear waste is created from the splitting of atoms, taking actual gases or hydrogen, and making a solid out of it, which would be fusion, which would create what you call radioactive waste. That's what you get left with, and that's what they use for the missiles and such. Now you have fission, which would be taking to matter or mass and creating a wave, or what you call electricity. All right, so. You know, or a form of gas in a sense. You know, so but they use fusion to create radioactive waste. And that's the time we in, man. The scripture says gonna be all these wars are gonna be fought with fuel of fire. That's the nuclear waste. Most High gave these scientists the ability to split atoms and hydrogen and shit like that. All right, so and they taking that and dumping that waste into water, into the waters, man. And he called it diluting it. You can't. I was doing a study on it, and it showed that all them barrels of water that's been built up since the Fukushima situation, you can't dilute that. The only way you can only let it. Like a gas fade off, or just however you would call it, for 100-something years, man, or 20 years, or 100-something years, they had to store that away, and just to let that, dilute or disintegrate down some, and then they would have to do it another 20 years, and so on for the next layers of radioactive waste, and until it gets all the way gone. But of course, these heathens, they only care about themselves, man. They do things backwards. And he said they the main country that dumped that shit into the waters, man. They got their own way of thinking. It's crazy. And they don't care about the earth. They don't care about the people. All right, so this is Revelations 11 and 17. Saying, we give thee thanks, O Yahweh Almighty, which art and was and art to come, because thou hast taken to thee thy power and hast reigned, and showing more proof that the Most High is reigning right now. He gave the wicked free will upon the earth. Not free will, but free reign. How about that? And then you have the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. They allowed and approved genetically modified foods. So a lot of that food is going to come across people's tables. And who knows what they're doing to the animals out there in the ocean. Morphing them out, mutating them. And it says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. So the Most High has wrath for all these nations, not just America. But America is the one, he said, I have a sacrifice in Basra. That's going to be the place where he's going to shoot the arrow, the target, shoot to the heart of the matter. All right. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints. And that's what we hoping for, a reward, which is what? To inherit the kingdom and to have them fix all this mess up, man. Clean the ocean. Right? We're going to make these nations clean the oceans and stuff like that, man. Filtering it out. There's a lot of work that got to be done. All right. So everything they're doing is in vain. And they don't know how to take care of this earth. Winging it with people's life, man. Just throwing waste everywhere. That's a psychopath. It says, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So the Most High is going to destroy all the people that's destroying the earth. And, Micah 2 and 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. And it's mainly talking about the Illuminati and Esau, but it's also talking about everybody that's in that mindset, following after their father, the devil. They have these power seats, and what they choose to do with it is destroy the earth and destroy people. All right. It says, when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And that's what everybody waiting on. They're like, what is Japan going to do? They're supposed to make a decision soon. It's in the power of their hand. But it's really the Most High's will. This is Romans 8, 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now, man. And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit, even we ourselves grown within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wit, the redemption of the body. All right. Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, all right, once we get in authority, because that scripture I just read, it was speaking about the whole existence is waiting for the manifestation of the sons of Yahweh, because these damn heathens are in control and they're destroying everything, man. All right. And that's why the people are in mourning all over the world. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So when we get in authority, our people are going to rejoice. These heathens are going to rejoice with Esau out of the way, because they're going to get some form of living. We're going to teach them how to do it the right way, not dumping their damn waste in the fucking water. Right? But they still going to be in subjection under us, and, hardcore bondage. The people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And that's why the whole world, earth is mourning. And the Lord has a destruction for them that destroy the earth.